Hi, this video will show you how to add a standard HTML video player to your FastHTML app using pure Python code. I will show you how to style the web page and the video player using an inline CSS style and a CSS style component. To begin, you should go to the FastHTML website and make sure you have FastHTML installed. You can install it by going to Read Docs. You can install it with pip install Python FastHTML. I have it already installed, so let's launch VS Code and create a new Python file to start this project. In the File Explorer, I'll click this button to add a new file. Let's call it videoplayer.py. Next, we will bring the video we want to play by going to a location on my computer and dragging this movie file to the File Explorer in VS Code. So this is the video you saw previously. Let's select our videoplayer.py. We should add the necessary FastHTML imports. So let's add from fasthtml.common import all. Next, we create an app and router instances of a FastHTML app with this code. Then we set the root path of the app. Next, we use the get function to add the content of the web page. Let's return a div. The div we added here will contain the video player. After we add the content we want to display, we need to save the file in order to see it in the browser. So let's add the save function here. So we want to use a standard HTML video player for the video. Let's go to the browser. Over here we are on the Web3 Schools website. They have an example displaying a standard HTML video player. To be able to display the HTML video player in Python, we need to convert it to Python component and use a tool from the FastHTML team to convert it. So using this tool, you can convert any HTML tag into Python component so that you can use it in FastHTML. So you can see over here, this is just a pure Python code. Instead of using the HTML tag, it uses a Python function. Inside the video component, we have all these settings as defined here. So we specify the URL of the video, a fallback text, and the size of the video. So let's copy this code and go back to VS Code. Let's paste it here. If I go back to the File Explorer, you can see the video has the same name as movie.mp4. So over here we leave the value of src as movie.mp4 and the type as mp4. So this is all we need to do to add a video player to the FastHTML app. We can run the file by pressing Ctrl and backtick to bring the integrated terminal. So here we can run the app with Python tray followed by the file name. In the File Explorer, we have videoplayer.py. So I'll press enter here. That runs the server and gives a link to view the project in the browser. So I'll press command and click the link to view what we have done so far in the browser. We get a blank page, so let's figure out why. Over here, we forgot the return keyword. So let's add it here. And that restarts the server. So you can click the link to the localhost again by pressing command and clicking it. You can see we now have the video player at the top left of the screen. So that is how you can quickly add a video player in a FastHTML project. We want to move the video player from the top left of the screen to the center of the screen and also add a nice border to the video. Let's begin with the border by adding an inline CSS style. So the whole web page is contained in this div. What we are going to do here is to add the border to only the video. So we are going to add it as a parameter here. Let's write style. With the style property, we can add standard CSS styling. Over here, we want multiple styles. So we are going to use triple double quotation marks. You can also use a single triple quotation marks. That works in the same way. And then you define the styles you want to add. Let's set the border to 6 pixels. We will leave it as solid. And then we change the color. We want to use a blue color. So I'll put here 005 FFF. Next, we want to set the border radius. Over here, we are going to use a value of 32. Next, we will add a box shadow. Let's change it to 4. Then we will have 8 here. We can also change this color and use, for example, an RGB color. So I'll put RGBA. So we have our RGB color and the A represents the opacity. So the first value should be the blue color. That will be 0. Next, the next will be the red color. that will be 0 as well. The next value is the green color, that will also be 0. Then we set the transparency or opacity to 0.2. You can bring the terminal again with Ctrl and backtick and run the file with Python 3 videoplayer.py. Then we click the link to the localhost to open it in the browser. And that adds a nice border to the video. Let's also position the video at the center of the web page. Before we add the style, let's add the H1 component here so that we define the title of the web page. Inside the video component, we added the style property to add a nice border to the video. For the style component we want to add, it should be applied to both the title and the video. So we have to apply it inside the div. So just after the video component, let's add style. We can also apply multiple styles. We can do this with triple double quotation marks or a single triple quotation marks. First, let's define the following styles for the body. So we define all these styles to place the body content at the center of the web page. Let's bring the terminal again and see what we have done so far. So that adds the title and places the whole content at the center of the web page. Let's also modify the width and height of the video. Let's change the width to, for example, 460 and the height to 380 and view it again. So that is everything I have for you in this video. I showed you how to add a video player to a FastHTML app using pure Python code. We styled the video player with an inline style. We also added a CSS styling to the whole web page. In the next tutorial, I'll show you how to bring Pico CSS components into a FastHTML app. Thanks for watching this video.